Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. KermMartian here, back with Train Simulator 2018. This is, what is this? Episode 10 of my Train Simulator 2018 series. And this is KermMartian Live number 32, I want to say. Let me double check that. Certainly don't want to be wrong. 32 it is. Good afternoon, driver. You're running a stopping service to Sutton. However, this afternoon your duties will end at St. Pancras, Thameslink. Before departing, let the passengers on board. Alright, open our doors. Get ourselves in forward. Kill the AWS. We're at Luton, platform 2. We are in a nice little class 319 in First Capital Connect livery, which I believe is now a little bit outdated. If you know, please let me know. And I see that it's nearly time for us to depart, so in the interest of as high a score as possible, let's get going. Oops. Aha, we have independent brakes. Get off our brakes. Notch 1. Hello, freight train. Notch 2. I have not spent much time operating the Class 319, so we'll see how this goes. This will be an adventure for everyone. Congratulations on finishing the semester, Matthew. And we have a 20 speed limit, so let's be aware of that, by the way. Well, time for me to make streams if you're going to watch them. I think about a week ago, I streamed a stream, I think it was last Friday. And that was the first stream I had streamed for over 2 months before that. I have been shockingly busy with my main endeavor, which is my startup, and that has kept me from playing Train Simulator, much to my chagrin. How is your Train Simulator route that you've been building, Matthew? Have you gotten a chance to work on that lately? I assume not. And command block guy, that sounds good. Have you looked at my tokenizer DE tool that I wrote back in the day? No, we're good. Oh, we do want to probably stop at this station, however. I don't remember how the brakes are on the Class 319. 319, let me not mumble so you guys can understand me properly. AWS. Alright, let's put a little braking on and see how it goes. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, we're good. And apparently this has a tight schedule. It's 3 out of 5 notches of difficulty, so we'll try to do this well. Full service is notch 3, good to know. We have an 8-coach train today, so a little bit longer than last time where we had only a 4-coach train. Let's see where our 8-car marker is. I'm ashamed to say that that program that I made is pretty brute force. It just goes through the token list and finds the best longest match. Much like Source Coder does, hence the fact that Source Coder needs delimiting characters when you have a token that is made up of 2 other tokens. Luton Airport Parkway, that's a hard one. Matthew, I assume in this case when you say you drive it all the time, you're saying you drive that route in a car all the time rather than you operate a railed vehicle upon it all the time. Sadly. Doors are closed. We got our timeliness bonus. Let's release our brakes and off we go. Let's not go straight into notch 3. We don't want a wheel spin. Brakes are in release. And we depart. I'm going to try to do minimal talking about random topics today while I operate because I would like to do as well as possible. If you watched my last stream, you know that I ended up with a score of negative 217 or so at the end, even though up until the very, very end, I was on track for a score of 970. I missed a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit sign. I blew through it at 49, and I lost literally all the points. Why wouldn't they let you into the cab of one of their trains? That's not fair of them. Last Sunday, I went to the Train and Trolley Museum where I volunteer, and I spent the day operating under the tutelage of some of their fully qualified mentors. I am a trainee operator, so I am allowed to operate with the public as long as there is a fully qualified mentor on the car with me. I'm working on the mentorship program so I can myself be fully qualified to operate with the public. If you ever find yourself near the New York City area, you should come visit the Trolley Museum. So perhaps one day I could convince Union Pacific to let me operate, if that's my plan. 3 miles to Harpenden. By the way, I was listening to watching, I suppose, a Midland 978 video from a few months ago while I was working this week. And I apologize for my previous video where I pronounced it Meopum. Apparently it's just Mepum. So there we go. Now we know. Those silly British place names. Oh, I was talking about that scenario from last time. Yeah, so I got negative 217. I did go back, load for my save point sometime this week, and finished it with a score of 990. So I am proud of that, but let's aim for a perfect or nearly perfect score from the beginning, which will require that we pay attention. Two and a half miles. We have the high ball. AWS says all is well in the world. I hope there's not too much noise in the background. There's an annual festival taking place outside my window, but it's mostly a daytime thing, so I don't expect a lot of street noise this time. Cruising along at 83, almost 84 miles an hour. Very nice. Very nice. Normally I like to pull up some information about the train I'm operating on my laptop and tell you guys about it, but again, and I think in the interest of professionalism, I'm just going to focus on the task at hand. If you have interesting tidbits and factoids about the 319 that you think everyone else should know, you should share them in the chat or in the comments if you're one of those people who is not watching it live. Let's give ourselves a little bit of break. I'm not even sure we'll need it to get down for that 75, but we do have Harpenden soon thereafter, and we don't want to blow through that. So let's put a little bit more braking on. I wonder why we have a 75 there. Is it a crossover? It's possible. Alright, let's start shedding some speed. A little bit more enthusiastically. We went under a bridge. It's a fairly tight curve. I suppose that's the reason for the 75. And we do not need to decelerate that soon. We are anticipated to be 8 seconds early to Harpenden. So that's good. Alright, now we can probably go straight to full service. Oh yeah, more than, I mean, the brakes on this are great. There we go. Now we can go to full service. And I'm probably going to want to ease those up to find the 8-car marker. As indeed I have. It's going to be at the end of it. It's going to be an S-car stop. This is a short platform. Where's my S-car stop? There it is. Or an 8. Alright, that'll work. Close enough. Let's stop. Oh, nope. Last coach is not on the platform. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Your operator has failed to get the entire train onto the platform. There we go. We're a few seconds late there. 10 seconds specifically. Hopefully that is not a problem. Gotta aim for that score. In fact, I think I'll save here just in case. Just in case. You never know when we're gonna spad. Signal past a danger is not what we want to do today, however. I'm gonna reduce my brakes a little bit so we can release them faster. Boys and girls, do not do that in the real world. Keep your brakes on full apply while you're at a station. Doors are closed. 10 minutes bonus. Well, now the doors are closed. Whew, that was a little bit close. Yeah, don't do that either. Straight into notch 4, straight into notch 4. We have dry rails on a sunny day. One wonders what time of year it is. It looks like it might be summer. The trees are pretty full. It's currently 2:53 p.m. We're also in an 85 going 90, so that's all right. Keep my eye on that AWS. Although the shadows do look particularly long for 3 p.m. during summer. So maybe it's autumn. Maybe it is autumn or spring. I'm going to go with autumn. Feels kind of autumny, I think. What do you guys think? Also, I haven't tested out the horn on this yet. Nice. Nice two-tone horn. I don't know if there are any whistle boards along this route. We will find out. Again, I think this is only my second or third time driving the Midland Mainline. AWS says ding. I wonder who our third silent spectator is. Matthew Command Block and somebody else. I noticed that it's still almost all YouTube viewers who show up. Almost nobody shows up from Twitch. And I know part of that is I usually advertise the YouTube link on Chematech's IRC channel, so that's where people directly find the stream from. I wonder if there's something I should be doing to attract, Twitch viewers so they can find my videos and streams more easily. I don't know. Questions for the streaming professionals. I'll have to ask TI Freak 8X at some point how one gets Twitch viewers, if one wants Twitch viewers. 82 miles an hour. Just under 3 miles until St. Albans City. Not to be confused with St. Albans, Vermont, for those of you knowledgeable about Vermont. Oh, the bot does give both links. Okay, I didn't remember that. Apparently I don't look very closely at the factoid that I myself entered. I only added Twitch as something of an afterthought. For a long time I was just doing YouTube streaming. I'm not sure I quite know why I have to use both, unless there are people who prefer one or the other and only have an account there at one or the other in order to comment, but who knows. Speaking of which, I hope we get some more Doctor Who episodes soon. I miss my Doctor Who. We have an 80 coming up, followed by an 65 and then an 80. The 80 starts at the end of St. Albans City. We're going to have to manually shut a little bit of speed. A little bit more. Beautiful. I don't like these self-lapping brakes. I want manual lapped brakes. I'm getting too used to them. Where instead of setting the brake level, you let air into the brake cylinders, or you let air out of the brake cylinders, and then you hold. I believe I've driven some trains, some diesel locomotives along routes in my train simulator streams and videos that have non-self-lapping brakes. Hello, other train. Class 319. Ooh, a little bit more speed off. Oh, no! Oh, come on. Oh, actually, let's think about stopping, shall we? This is not great. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are we going to pull a Nebworth? We're in serious danger of pulling a Nebworth. I think we're going to be okay, but... Oof. Oof. That... Uh-oh. We might end up with only some of our carriages on the platform. Oh, look at that. Huh. That went from disaster to professionalism really fast. Well, there we go. I don't like doing it that way, though. Let's not do it that way next time. Brakes are on. Speed is off. Doors are open. Ooh, that's nice. Nice lighting. I think that's a screenshot right there. That's what I think. What do you guys think? I think screenshots for days. See what else we can get here. Oh, yeah. Screenshot time. Got a little bit of super elevation. Got a yellow light in the background. Got some nice rays from those headlights. Beautiful. And we didn't spad. I mean, we didn't speed out of the station. I guess we also didn't spad. But I haven't seen any countermanding signals yet. It's been all greens. Huzzah. This time I'm going to stand outside and watch those doors to make sure they actually close. Come on. All right, brakes off. Throttle on. Pantograph. Here starts our second set of four, our second married set of 4 carriages. And away we go. Very nice. Let's stay in the cab so nothing terrible happens, like forgetting to put ourselves into notch 4. Currently estimated to be 7 seconds late to Radlett Platform 1 in 4.5 miles. But if we keep the speed up, we should be able to make it up. Rolling along pleasantly. I think we have a pretty busy schedule for this one. Let's take a look. Yep, we have 12 stops in total. Next one is going to be our 5th stop. Radlett, Elstree and Borehamwood, Mill Hill Broadway, Hendon, Cricklewood, West Hempstead Thameslink, Kentish Town, and St. Pancras Thameslink. That escape key is not the one to make that go away. Oh, hello, Class 319. You're going much faster than we are. Let's see if we can get up to 90. That guy's clearly on the fast lines. If only we were that fast. Not being British, I'm not sure if squash and fruit juice are actually the same thing. I have a cranberry juice here that I'm drinking, but I don't know if that's actually squash or not. So I don't know whether I should be saying I'm drinking squash. I'm drinking juice. This weekend I may get to operate some rapid transit cars, or at least be a conductor on some rapid transit cars, so that might be fun. That might be fun indeed. It's a nice little break from my otherwise non-stop startup work. Things like Chematech, I'm afraid, have gotten quite neglected while I work on my startup. So, hat tip to those of you who are Chematechians who are helping keep the post count and activity and liveliness and community going there while I have been somewhat absent. 2 1/3 miles till Radlett, Platform 1. And we're now 16 seconds late, apparently. 15 seconds. Let's try to make that up. 14 seconds. Maybe we'll make it up. I think we might still be a little bit late. We shall see. We shall see indeed. And we're speeding. We actually went over. Come back points. I like my points. I think we've lost 14, maybe 24 points so far. Let's try to get that gold nonetheless. There's Radlett. We're still going to be 12 seconds late by their estimate. When should we start stopping? Soon, I think. Soon. I think maybe right around here. Let's put some braking on. Let's put full service on and actually see how quickly we slow down. Oh, very, very rapidly. The brakes on this are very good. All right, I'm gonna release those brakes. Put some throttle on. Now I'm gonna put those brakes into full service again. Even that was too much. Too early, yeah. Back off the brakes. 17 seconds late. Bother. Bother, I say. Hello, Class 319. A little bit more speed. Come on. Come on. 19 seconds late. This is a tight schedule, so we have to do our best. There we go. That should be good. Let's see how this works out for us. Hello there, Tate Macaulay. It's been quite some time. It's been quite some time since you have been on a stream, but for that matter, I was just talking earlier, it's been quite some time since I've been on a stream. So good to have you with us once more. All right, let's full service this. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 seconds late. Let's see how much we're penalized for that. What have you been up to these days, Tate? John Bush, squash is a concentrated fruit juice syrup. Good to know. So similar to what we call nectar here in the U.S.? Or is that a third thing entirely? Timeliness bonus, we got the full one. We have indication. Off we go. Off we go indeed. Oh, now we're estimated to be 45 seconds late. Oh, nope. 1 second late. That was interesting. Oh, good. ICE is a good language to know. I'm very happy that PT has put it together. It seems to be satisfying all the things that something like AXE would have satisfied on the CE and more. Have you programmed other languages on calculators like BASIC or C or assembly, Tate? Four seconds late. How can I be 4 seconds late if I went into full throttle the minute I left the station? 5 seconds late. 6 seconds late. Come on. That's fair. That's a good place to start. From the little I've done with ICE, I feel like the transition from BASIC directly to ICE should be a fairly straightforward one. 8 seconds late. Come on. Just gonna move on, train. We have a schedule to keep. Oh, yeah. This might be screenshot time. Let's pull back slightly. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. 9 seconds late. AWS says all is well in the world. It's a nice view from back here too. Really get the sense of speed, I think. Nice. Very nice. There's Elstree and Bournemouth. Let's stay in the cab so we actually remember to stop. Now we saw that the brakes on this are very, very good. Oh, we're back to 6 seconds late. Huzzah. So let's not even think about starting to slow down from 80 miles an hour until we reach the signal in a quarter mile. AWS says all is well. Let's start slowing down maybe here. Full throttle. Full service, excuse me, not full throttle. The opposite of full throttle. Oh, this is looking pretty good. AWS, what was it? I didn't see it. I was busy staring at my speedometer. Is it for the 75? I hope that's for the 75. Well, we don't have a signal until the end of the platform anyway, so we're fine. Even that was too much distance to stop. Amazing. The brakes on this are really good. I guess, among other things, we also have 4 coaches that all have brakes. 8 coaches, excuse me, that all have brakes. So, I don't know. I don't know why it's being so generous with the braking force. I'm wondering if that's a little unrealistic to real life. That's been known to happen in Train Simulator. Close enough. We're not going to be super, super worried about the S-car stop. The 8-car marker. Hello. Freight. Freight. Those are most certainly not stacked containers as they would be here in the US with our much taller trains generally. Timeliness bonus. Release our brakes. Off we go. Come on. We were waiting for the door interlock there. Throttle, even with the throttle on, we will not start moving if the doors are open because of the interlock. Safety and all that good stuff. The downside of that is you will have trains that get stuck because Either the doors won't close, so therefore the train will not move, or the doors close, the train is not aware that the doors have closed, and the train still won't move. That happens on the subway here in New York sometimes. I'd imagine it happens other places where they have similar kinds of interlock systems. Ooh, tunnel time. It's dark. I noticed that my headlights were on even though I did not put my headlights on. The game was kind enough to set my headlights up for me. That was quite thoughtful of it. 484 points. So have we lost 16 points or have we lost 26 points? I think we've only lost 16 points so far. I hope that's true. And we're heading into a 90, so that's good. Next stop is Mill Hill Broadway in 2.14 miles. AWS is with us. Oh yeah. Very nice. I'm always tempted to drive out from out here because the scenery just looks so much better covering the whole screen instead of just my window in front of me, but then I tend to miss things like signals and AWS, so let's stay inside the cab. I'd like to know some of these routes well enough that I don't need the HUD for speed limits, and I could rely on the instruments for speed and we're fine. Brake pressure. One day. All right, see you soon, Tate. Thank you for joining us. I'll be here for another, I don't know, at least 20 minutes probably. So if I don't catch you later in the stream, I will catch you next time. Let's see, we have about, well, let's wait until we're a half mile out and really cut it close. All right, let's do it now. Full service brakes, see what that does for us. And if I overshoot the platform, I have only myself to blame. No, but we're gonna be fine. More than fine. Hello, highway. I wonder what highway that is. The M something or the A something, I'd wager. Too much braking, too early. Ooh, we're gonna be on time though. Maybe. Fingers crossed. Hello, class 319. And let us put full service on now. Too much. The problem is I'm going to get used to how good the brakes are on the 319, or at least their version of the 319, and then I am going to try to do that on other rolling stock, and it's going to go very poorly. Very poorly indeed. Wherein I speed through literally all the stations. Oh, that was a 12-car stop I went up to. Whoopsies. It's alright. People will have extra space to detrain. Let's hop over this barrier onto the highway. Wait, you're on the wrong side of the road. What? 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 Why are these cars on the wrong side of the road? No. You're not even in a lane. Get in a lane. Hello? That's not a lane. That's the middle of the road. Bus. Bus is a 4-letter word. Timeliness bonus. Brakes off. Off we go. Let's watch our train depart from over here. Next stop is Hendon, platform 1 in just 2 1/3 miles. That is definitely something I need training in, John Bush. I was learning that with our real-life trolleys, in fact, trying to estimate the speed at which I'm operating a train or trolley in real life and comparing that to the actual speed it's going, because generally, surprisingly enough, things like trolleys do not actually have speedometers, so you kind of have to estimate the speed. and it seems that it feels like you're going slower than you are at low speed. So when you think you're going 5 miles an hour, you're probably going closer to 10. Whereas at high speeds, you tend to overestimate your speed. Think you're going 40 or 50 when you're really going more like 30. What? Is it for the 60? It's for the 60. All right, we're fine. We are fine. No need to worry about the AWS. Other than, slowing down. And nope, not yet. Being on time to within the second sounds like a serious challenge. 65, 64, 63, 62, 61. We're good. Put on a little throttle to maintain our speed. Go through that long high-speed switch. I do like a high-speed switch. We just took a fork, probably the one that goes towards St. Pancras instead of towards the other terminus for this train. I apologize for all the noise outside. I don't know why people are being so loud. And brakes. I hear a diesel. A diesel prime mover. Being on time to the second sounds like a serious challenge. I suppose I have seen those news articles about the Japanese train companies apologizing for leaving 25 seconds early. Imagine that here in the US. Hard to imagine. Oh, that seems to have worked out very nicely. Other than our whole train not fitting on the platform. There we go. Uh-oh. Do we overshoot slightly? Yeah. I was afraid of that. I mean, that's sort of nonsense because clearly the whole train is on the platform. Clearly, we could safely open these doors. We are just edging so barely past that signal. But oh well. Oh well. We know, you and I know, that this entire train made it onto the platform. Release our brakes while we wait for these doors to close. And for some reason we're in notch 1. When did I press that? Uh-oh. Good thing for that interlock. Watching out for us. Next stop is Cricklewood, Platform 1 in 1.84 miles. Nice and close. Looks like our speed limit is going to be 90 all the way there. Score is 652. Let's save while we're at it. Sorry for the interruption there. Although it's not a perfect score so far, I would still like to preserve it in case anything goes terribly wrong. Get my nice little gold star that I always aim for. With varying success. Depends how much other stuff we're talking about. It's amazing. I mean, the difference between being successful and failing miserably really does seem to just be talking about random stuff or mostly just talking about what I'm doing. AWS is all right. No divergence. And we have the 75 coming up. So let's keep an eye on that. Hopefully we'll already be decelerating for the station by then. Hello, other Class 319s. Sitting on those sidings over there. Yep, I see the speed limit. Thank you. That's what that's for. But we're already under it, so we are okay. For now. Yeah, this is going to instill some really bad habits in me for the other trains. I'm going to let the braking go way too late. Let's put some brakes on now. Once again, it's going to be way too much too soon. Yep. Release. Brake. I could do gradual braking, like brake in step 2 instead of slamming it into full service, but with the timetable they seem to have given me here, I think they expect me to be an RT operator and slam it between full throttle and full braking. Much to the dismay of our passengers, I'm sure, who are getting thrown about. Sir, please don't walk so close to the edge. Thank you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. A little bit of overhang there. Tiny bit, tiny bit. Oh no, actually, that was perfect. Dang. That was textbook perfect. Oh, come on. Open those doors. Look at that. That's great. Okay, maybe I'm a foot too far. 2 feet. That's pretty good, though. Oh, Train Simulator. You're such a stickler. This guy looks excited to go to work today. He looks thrilled. That guy, too. Yeah, he doesn't seem too thrilled either. Nobody on this train seems to be very excited to be going where they're going. They're on a train. How could they not be excited? I don't understand. Next stop is West Hempstead Thameslink Platform 1. We're estimated to be 14 seconds early. Let's work on continuing that. And while we carefully keep an eye on everything, West Hempstead Thameslink, Kentish Town, and St. Pancras. Based on what I've read, I was excited to hear about the potential renationalization of parts of the East Coast Mainline. That sounds like the correct decision from what I know. So, A+, Britain, A+. England, I suppose. Both are correct in this case. That pantograph looked like it was going through our train, didn't it? That looked too low. Catenary, excuse me. Pantograph is the thing that touches the catenary. AWS. Not to be confused with the cloud computation system. And braking time. We have some extra time, 12 seconds worth, so let's be gentle on our passengers as much as possible. Are you kidding me? Even that is too much braking. Wow. I am impressed. This is a busy station. That is a fast train. That train is well fast. All right. I'm sure I didn't use that correctly. Doors are open here at West Hempstead Thameslink. 2 stops to go after this. Finally, the first carriage's doors opened. They've been doing their best to not open. I should have pulled up to the 8-car stop. Oh well. Nearly done. There we go. Timeliness bonus. Listen for the doors to close. There we go. Notch 2. And away. Notch 4. I do love the sound of accelerating DC traction motors. I hear a helicopter. And it's in the game, no less. That is a... That looked like a yellow banner repeater. That's weird. But it wasn't. Strange. Or I suppose... approach, or whatever. What would be the correct term? Approach is the American term for an amber. How about medium approach medium? Red, yellow, green. So confusing. Signaling systems are so confusing. Also, this is a long tunnel. We have a 50 limit coming up after the 75, so let's be aware of that. We should get an AWS warning for it. Maybe not. Brakes, where are you? There we go. My fingers were misaligned on the brakes. Things that don't happen in real life. There we go. And we can back off now. Roll right through at 48 miles an hour. And we have a 30 there. Let's keep an eye on that. Where is my frame rate going? This is suddenly rather laggy. Do you guys see that as well, or is it just me? Hopefully it is just me. And that should get us down for the 30, more or less. Perfect. Come on, come on. Wow, this really doesn't coast down. Not only are the brakes good, the bearings are good. That'll coast for days. Look at that, 30.6, 30.5, 30.5, 30.5, 30.4. Alright, let's put some brakes on. Nope, not that much brake. Let's also not put the throttle on while the brakes are on. That's poor form. Actually, it is poor form, but sometimes it's the correct thing to do, as I've learned recently. Like when you want to get a train very close to another train, you put on a little bit of brake and goose the throttle, which gives you much more control over how far it moves. Doors are open. This is our next to last stop, Kentish Town, Platform 1. Ladies and gentlemen, the next and final stop on this St. Pancras Thameslink bound service will, oddly enough, be St. Pancras Thameslink. Now you know. Now you know indeed. That's the inside of a platform. Let's move ourselves out of the inside of the platform. Nearly time for us to depart. There we go. Release our brakes. Wait for the doors to close. We have indication, and off we go. Notch 3, which is really not the notch I should be in. Notch 4. We don't want to fuse our commutators by just slamming it straight into notch 4, but oh well. What? No, my score, my beautiful score. Come back, score. Bother. 880, I think that's going to give us a score, hopefully just over 950. Hopefully. We shall see. It might not. I'm concerned now. I need that gold star. $29.3 miles an hour. Basically 30. And we have no more speed limits through St. Pancras, so let's just keep it at 30. And now we will descend into the underground station for St. Pancras. And we're going to go down a hill, so let's keep an eye on that speed. It is indeed rising. plus side is that we're definitely going to be on time. Whoops, 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 whoops. Caught it. No. No, I caught it. That's nonsense. That's complete nonsense. Ooh, that's quite a slope. Notice if I back off the brakes, it immediately starts accelerating quite quickly. Like a mile per hour per 2 seconds or so. There's a St. Pancras Thameslink platform. So we're nearly there indeed. Hello, other 319. Emerging out of the darkness into the glow of my headlights. Seeing subway stations in Train Simulator is slightly weird, at least to me. Feels like all stations should be outdoors. Alright, we are fully in the station. So if we want, we can stop at our own recognizance. Let's stop right around here. Beautiful. And doors. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me for this service today. It was a relatively straightforward service along the Midland Mainline. Medway Mainline. I have to look that up. I apologize. Anyway, we went from Luton to St. Pancras in the Class 319. It went pretty well. There was a little bit of speeding, but we mostly kept the schedule. So that was pretty good indeed. As always, I hope that you will share your thoughts with me about what you want to see in my future streams and my future videos. I hope you will leave those in the comments below. I'm pointing down at the bottom. 84 points. We got a 960 point final score. Let's see what kind of star that gives us for today. Yes, gold star. Awesome. I like to go for a perfect 1,000, but gold star is nearly as good. Yes, comments, questions, suggestions, always greatly appreciated. I'm just looking this up real quick. Medway Valley line. I was mixing all kinds of stuff up. So, I hope you enjoy the intervening time until the next stream and the next video. And until then, be well. Good night.